This is the Huskies' third straight trip to the Canada West Finals, and a victory over the Golden Bears will put the Dogs into the Canadian Championship for the third time in succession. However, as head coach Dave King points out, a victory over Claire Drake's Golden Bears won't be an easy task.
Yeah, I think, playing against Alberta would be very interesting because we've had a good series against them all season long. Very tough games, and they've won 2 games in our rink. We've won 3 games in their rink, so the two teams have had a great rivalry for the last couple of seasons, Roger, and it'll be an excellent final because both teams play a similar style.
My name's Robin Bartel, and I played on the 83 team and the championship team.
My name's Dave Adolph. I was a member of the 1982-83 Husky team that won the national championship.
Brent Hamilton, Vice President and Branch Manager of BMO Nesbitt Burns in Kelowna. I played from 1982 to 1986 with the Huskies.
My name is Bill Helinski. I played hockey with the U of S Huskies starting in the 1979-80 season through 1982-83.
Greg Chudiak. I've played with the Huskies back in 1980 through 83.
My name's Bill Seymour. I was the assistant coach with the 83 championship team.
Well, we were the Hustlin' Huskies. It was a real team effort, and you felt like you were part of something.
This group of Huskies, we spent a lot of time together. Our group was almost all together for almost 3 years in a row. We played in the national championship 3 times in a row before ultimately winning it.
I was one of a couple rookies that year, and you learned the maturity of the guys, the Willie Desjardins, Tim Hodgson, Dave Adolph, guys like that, our captains. And you had to grow up, and they taught you how to grow up, and you matured. What I remember is the coaches, the players, everybody was so focused. And they had one thing in mind, and that was a championship. And anything less than that wasn't going to be a successful year. And they had lost out the 2 years prior.
Certainly our last 2 years that we played together with the Huskies, the year we lost in Moncton on really a horseshit call, I got to say that.
We were in the national final, national TV, tied going into the last period. A couple minutes left in the game, I took a penalty. They scored. We ended up losing the national title.
Guys still bug Greg Chudiak about that penalty, but there wasn't one guy that was going to let Greg Chudiak go through that again.
We played Alberta in the Western Final, 2 games at the Doghouse, and they were tough games, and those were probably the toughest games we had. And then we went to the Nationals, and we won every game there.
Kinger always talked about the 3 periods in a hockey game, and we're going into the final game. And the morning before the final game, we'd go for a run. So we go up the first hill, the second hill, and the third hill. We look back and there's these 3 hills we run up. Well, he uses that as the pre-game speech. He talks about, we're running and we almost quit at the first hill because it was tough. And then we got to the second hill and it was tough. And we're going uphill in the rain and the wind, he's built. And he says, we got to the top and we finished the run. Well, that was his pre-game pep talk.
Championship game, just the focus of the guys. It was like nobody was going to deny this team a championship. Like I said, they had lost 2 years before, and nobody was going to take it away. And we knew right from as soon as they dropped the puck that this was our game, and we were going to win.
It really was, a moment that defined us as, as a team that really came together at the right time.
It was certainly a sense of accomplishment to win a national championship. But I wanted to just leave with this, that this is why the guys will play this year, and you need one of these.
We had a spectacular winning season, and that set the table for the level of success that all of my teammates and I have enjoyed over these last 30 years.
This team this year had a lot of drive from within the team. Like, they were not going to be denied. You could sense it from the opening game that the guys were really fired up and they weren't going to be denied the championship, and they did a great job.
Saskatoon hasn't had the opportunity to welcome home champions for a few years, but the layoff didn't seem to hurt. After a dramatic wait at the airport, family and friends got to see what they wanted, courtesy of Tim Hodgson.